And welcome. Today we're going to review Soulstone Survivors, and it's going to be on my playlist for reviewing other rogue bullet hell type games and comparing them to Vampire Survivors, my old go-to right there. So let's get started right here. Vampire Survivors, Soulstone Survivors. There we go. But this game, as you can see, it looks polished and all that kind of stuff, has good graphics. But the price tag is $10. It's a little bit too steep and premium for this style of game, but this game has a lot of stuff making it worthwhile to play. So as you can see right here, you got your different currencies right here, and we can go check out the achievements first. So right now there's 189 achievements so far in the 0.9 version. So there's a lot of things to do in this game, and it's all, it's all tabbed up. It's nice. It's polished up. It's got a minimum skill tree, so the skill trees covers the basics in this game, and of course you need things like those special skill currencies right there to actually get some of these things right there. But of course you have runes in this game too as another way to power up your characters. And you have the different runes, and these are all, there's just a ton of runes to unlock and go through. And then you can see here, you got 5 choices to pick through. So you got some, a variety to pick and customizations to do on your characters. And then all the characters right now have a blacksmith. You can forge one weapon, and that means you can swap out your main weapon when you start the round type of a deal. But right now this is pretty limited, and they need to do a little bit more work on here because right now the characters just have one weapon each, and so that's pretty low right there. And of course the character count is pretty low too in this earlier game right here, so they're going to be adding more characters obviously, and maybe adding more blacksmith stuff in there, and they should maybe fill out the skill tree. But right now it's still a really good game, and I got a little bit of characters going there, and they level up, they get prestige levels. That's just for achievements and stuff like that to unlock new weapons and new skills. And this is, the weapon you can pick to start with. And they all have their different special abilities for the characters. They have unique skills right here. So each of the characters right here is going to have a unique skill, although that's not unlocked yet. So yeah, you get to play them and unlock their achievements and get those unique skills that they're going to have. And there's different styles you can play. Like this guy here is like a mage type of thing. Well, that guy's not the mage. Who's the mage? This guy is the archer. Which guy is the second guy? Is a mage. Yeah, this guy's like a mage guy. He's got shadow and holy spells and then stuff like that. So there's different styles you can play with different attacks, and they all synergize too. So they all have their special type right here on the skill type. You can see it's like fire, missile, frontal, magic, and then when you get level ups, there's skills that will level up a certain a tree with a much better effects like that. So if you get something that says frontal and it says I'm going to level up frontal by like 40% damage on all of those skills, all of your weapons are going to get that when you're playing the game. So let's just go to this guy here as a nice easy start and go right there. So yeah, on there right here we can see we have 5 maps so far, and there's going to be room to unlock them. The scroll is working, but there's just no new maps there yet right now to unlock. And there's more playthrough value right here with the curses. So you can add curses to make it more difficult, and then you can keep playing and unlock them, and as you go along and just unlock them, click them up, and they all stack together, and you get more rewards and more experience on your prestige thing right there, and stuff like that. So, and then all these maps have different resources. As for the blacksmithing, this one has copper, this one has some iron type of deal, and that's going to be on the map. So it's got a couple little extra things you could be doing, farming wise and stuff like that, and progression wise. But let's just go to an easy one right here and take a look at the map right here. So this game, unlike some of the other games right here, you have your aim right here, so you can aim around. It's just so because some of the attacks are like frontal, so you got to aim in front of you type of a deal for that. But there's no clicking in this game. It's just automatically attacking at whatever your weapon speed attack, just like Vampire Survivors. But it has the extra dynamic of actually having to actually move your mouse around and actually have which way you're facing instead of just facing some general direction. So it's a little bit more in depth that way. And of course, it's got the level ups right there. You can do it automatically, or you can, just let it sit there and wait, which is, I like to do that a little bit better, is just sit there and wait. And of course, it does have dashes, so you can, if you get in trouble, you can dash. This game is very heavily based on you getting attacked. So yeah, unlike the other games too, these guys are going to be eventually start attacking you, and with their ranged attacks. So we're going to come across a guy here soon that's going to start throwing fireballs, and then you're going to have to dodge them. So you got the red circles that's going to appear on the map, and I don't like that kind of thing in bullet hells like this, but this is a smaller type of a game for creatures and stuff like that wise, and that was their intention, to make their game a little bit different. I can tell where they're going to have this kind of stuff going on. So, well, with that effect right there, there we go. There's this casting his fireballs right there, and then you got to be able to dodge those. And you know, as you can see it flying through the air. You got plenty of time, type of thing, and then it gets more and more hectic going on there. I like this. So, but yeah, you got some dynamics to do by avoiding all these attacks. And here's the bigger, stronger guy doing it faster. More fireballs, and you got to try and kill them. It gets a little bit harder. Yeah, these maps are not endless. They have borders on them, so it's just a big, huge square type of a deal with their borders. You got to collect experience gems, and there's, of course, you know, there's healing items right there. That's the area for healing items you can unlock, and then, of course, you're going to find the minerals and stuff like that. You know, the ore nodes. There is one right there. So you go around there and find the ore nodes. You're going to harvest them. Later on, you'll get more than just 2, which kind of sucks. But yeah. And then, so let's go on to, like, you know, the other dynamics. So you can see that I was just slashing right here and going off. So let's go there into the level up screen. It pauses it for you. Very nice. And then you can check out your weapons. And, you know, like, you can check out your skill type. Because in this game right here, it has a lot to do with synergy on your weapons that you choose. You got 6 weapon slots. You know, that's familiar too. But when you level up, you get these random cards. And then you got some banishes and rerolls. And you have to pick. And, of course, these things have different rarities too. As you can see, epic or uncommon or common. And you usually want to go with the epic powers, but it all depends. Like this one right here, for example, this one is only going to affect my double slash. So this one's going to affect my double slash only. Meanwhile, this one here will be generally for my character to move faster. But see, we get the characters here with frontal. These ones here have frontal, swing, and physical, and so does this one here. It has those 3 you know, skill types too. So when I get more weapons, I'm going to want to get more of those, and there's going to be you know, power ups are going to affect all of them of a certain type. Like it's going to be all frontal or all physical, and it's going to make their area or their, you know, casting time, stuff like that. It's going to speed it up nicely. The other cool thing right here, it shows you your power-ups and your things that you take. So let's go take the agility, and it pops up down here. You've taken it, and you have it, and it stacks it up. So here is the thing for weapons. And as you can see, oh, you can barely see probably. But yeah, none of these are the matching this right here. So I'm going to waste a reroll. Well, not really waste it, but use it. And then look again. And then I didn't get lucky again. This one's pretty close. You know, it's frontal and physical, but it's not, you know, it doesn't have the slashing. So if you're going to go for synergies, you're going to want to try and get something like that. And I am not, but you have some other things right here. You got a golem right here. It's kind of neat little guys running around. There's one body slam right here, so let's take that. It's got frontal, physical. We'll take that right there. And, you know, lethality, yeah, we'll take critical. That's good. Area of effect of your body slam, no. Epic, here we go. Here's one right here. So yeah, this is what I mean. This one here is going to affect all frontal attacks, and it's going to give, what's this one here? A damage. Damage for all frontal by 40%. So that's a lot better than just getting a 5% or 10% damage across the board. 40% damage for all your attacks. If you synergize them up, it's going to be you know, worth it right there. Here we go. We got frontal, physical. This is slam, not slash. It's close. And this one here, well, so it's close enough. It's got 2 of the 3 of the things right there. Yeah, then sometimes you get stuff like this where you get nothing special. I'm not going to waste a reroll on this, though, but I'll take more critical damage, I guess, overall. And then here we go. This was a nice one. Epic power, 20% across the board on everything. So yeah, this one's only 20%, while these ones here are worth 40%, and that's why you can tell the difference right there. You're not going to get much of those ones often. But when this happens, you get bigger effects like this, and in this game where you have to dodge stuff and have all these circles and then people attacking you and stuff like that with their, you know, with their ranged attacks, you know, shooting poison or whatever at you. This is going to get really hectic when you start getting with the multicasting going up there and the area and, you know, the frequency of how often they're going to cast. This whole screen is going to be filled with those special effects, which is very intrusive. It makes it very loud and you can't see anything, but they did have a fix for that, because I was originally going to give this game like a 7 out of 10 because of it. It's like, why would they make this game with all this area of effect stuff and then make it so you can't see them, because it's just so much stuff on the screen with your weapons? But they fixed it. They have an option right there, so let's go there and take it out. In their settings right here, in their graphics, you can change this at any time, and you have your visual special effects, and you can just turn it all the way off, or, you know, have them like, you know, somewhere in the middle and have it like ghosting type of a deal. So let's just try that out there for now, and we can see. So you can barely see the weapon effects. You can see them going off a little bit. Let's dodge that area right there. Yeah, let's not get hit by snakes. Kill this boss right here. There you go. You died pretty quickly. And then you can go around there. So now you can't really see all the special effects going off, but you can, you know your weapons are working because your character is moving, type of thing. So you can turn them all the way off, or right now you can see like a little faded versions of them right here of their effects going off, and it all depends on what you want. And if it gets really too hectic, you can turn it all the way off and save some PC power, type of a thing. And stuff like that. So it's very handy. So this game, for me, is going to get an 8 out of 10. It's going to be better than Vampire Survivors. Even with the higher price tag, it's definitely worth getting. Once you're done this whole thing, you get the 5 bosses right here, and you get the different kill counts. There's portals that pop up at the end of the round. So at the end of the round, the portal pops up, and then you can pick to quit, or you can pick to go to a one of the 2 different options right there of continuing on. And there's 2 different modes, I guess, and there's achievements for keep on going, and you can keep on playing for longer and longer and longer with just more bosses, and sometimes there's like 2 bosses at a time to 3 bosses at a time, and they'll just keep coming and coming and coming, and then you just you finish that round and you do it again. You just go through the portal again instead of quitting, and there's you still get to keep your stuff if you die. It doesn't matter, but so there's no point in really quitting unless you have something else to do at the time and you're done for the day, I think. Or you can just keep on going, and it's going to get harder and harder. Guys get more hit points, but you can see there's special effects going on there. And with even I'm doing pretty good with still 16 levels to up going out there with that synergy stuff going on. So yeah, this is the game. It's pretty neat. It's going to be a lot of work to play this game, but there's a lot of characters to play and a lot of different special effects you can be able to see. But there's a way to turn them off and stuff like that. And for this game, so it's pretty decent. So we got all these levels right here. I don't think we can actually quit on these levels or not. Swing frontal physical, yeah, we'll take that. Area effect and body slam. Now let's reduce all damage taken. Yeah, so we can't go through here and change any of these things, unfortunately. But we can always pick. I'm just going to pick. Oops, cancel. You can replace your powers in this game too. That's one thing too. So if you got some bad choices on there later on, you can pick them. But if you're full, you can always have another option to just go right to the buffs right there and just pick your random buffs that you're going to pick. I'm not looking, obviously. I just want to get through here. But there's a lot of different things. There's like the magnet for more experience and collecting your experience orbs, and there's the synergy ones. And then, increase my dashes type of thing. If you're playing it for seriously, there's other special effects, and they all keep adding up on the screen over here, which is pretty neat. Things that are like this, that happen. Oh, I clicked it. I wanted to hover over top of there. But yeah, that's right there. So yeah, it shows you what you picked up. If you have a stack of fragility right there, you can also apply bleed. So you can just really get those guys and stack them up with those debuffs too. And the debuffs can be pretty interesting going on through there. And this through the game, whatever. Yeah, I don't really care what these things are. Just gotta make sure I go through here fast, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Play the game, and then we can go to the settings and put that's the crosshair. I don't want a big crosshair. Who cares about that? Graphics, that bar. There you go. Then we can see the weapons going off. I didn't really get much upgrades on the weapons themselves on there because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, they're eventually going to cover the whole screen, and you're not going to be able to see these red circles, and then everything's going to be faster, and it's harder game type there. But yeah, definitely worth checking this game out, even with the high price tag. I would recommend maybe bugging the developers and having them lower the price tag down to maybe $8, because it still is just basically a bullet hell type of a game, and without it's got the polished graphics and all, but still these other games are usually only like $3 to $5, and this one here is double the price of most of these other games I'm going to be reviewing and stuff like that are out there. So yeah, they should maybe try to lower it down, even though they spent all this extra work on there. Maybe they could discount it for in the future type of a thing. But yeah, that's up to them, up to you guys if you want to, if you want to share your opinion with them if you're going to try this game out or not. But yeah, I'm going to say it's definitely worth checking out. And it's a little better than Vampire Survivors for me, I think. So yeah, that's hopefully you got a good look at this game right here, and all what it's the basics on getting started and all that kind of stuff for strategy-wise. Basic gameplay stuff, nothing special going on here, just playing it through type of a deal. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for the next game.